know who needs to hear it today, but if you sympathize with Nazis and you hang out with Nazis, you're a fucking Nazi.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to another episode of The Dave Show. I think we've got a good one planned for today. We've got some Elon Musk gaslighting, and quite frankly, I'm surprised it took so long for the Democrats to come up with this new strategy. So let's jump right into it. 10,000 subscribers. Let's do it. It's all about phase one of the Epstein files today, but was it everything that we had hoped for?
When can we see them, and what's taking so long to release them?
I do. Jesse, there are well over, this will make you sick, 200 victims. 200. So we have, well over 250 actually. So we have to make sure that their identity is protected and their personal information. But other than that, I think tomorrow, the personal information of victims. Other than that, I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released by my office.
What kind? Are we going to see who was on the flights? Are we going to see any evidence from what he recorded? Because he had all of his homes wired with recording devices.
Yeah, what you're going to see, hopefully tomorrow, is a lot of flight logs, a lot of names, a lot of information, but it's pretty sick what that man did.
Okay, well, we'll
along
look for
with his
that.
co-defendant.
Absolutely, and he had help. That's for sure.
He sure did.
So these are some of the influencers. This is the phase one. The phase one Epstein files binder. Now, apparently, we're going to find out a little bit more today, but Bondi is, I guess, pretty pissed because she found out that there were a bunch of FBI agents that didn't hand over everything that she thought she was getting. So that promise that she just made to Jesse, well, it wasn't a promise, but she was basically stating it's gonna explode today, and it didn't. So I don't know. We'll see what goes on. See if the deadline is 8 o'clock. Well, by the time you're watching this video, it will have already passed. But it was 8 o'clock this morning that those papers are supposed to be delivered to Bondi's desk, metaphorically, I'm sure. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. This is kind of crazy, and I guess I don't know. I think those agents are gonna catch some hell. We'll find out. See what happens.
I saw y'all on the internet coming for Kash Patel saying he's day 5 and we haven't gotten the Epstein files. Well, I'm here outside the West Wing, and look at what we got today. The Epstein files, baby. Let's make America safe again.
Okay, we'll see. I got my popcorn ready. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Files containing information about a multi-billion-dollar human trafficking ring is not something they should be smiling about. Yeah, it is a little weird that they came out and were like, yay, look what we've got. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of lies were kind of ruined. So just released the effing list already. My popcorn is getting cold. I think that's how pretty much everybody is thinking right now. Smiles and giggles? Smiles and giggles? Oh, there were plus 200 victims of sexual violence. But hey, these influencers have smiles and giggles today. Like I said, it's kind of weird. It's kind of a weird reaction to it. You won't see anything. It will all be redacted like this. And you know what? Actually, I heard that today that, well, she said that, like, there are going to be names that are redacted, but you know what? I don't care about, I care about the victims, but, like, fine, keep all the victims out of it. Just say, so-and-so did this. It doesn't even have to be to who. So-and-so, what I don't want to say anything graphic, but you know what I'm saying. Like, this person did this, on the island or on the plane or in Epstein's apartment or whatever, and then just boom, let it be out there in the sunlight for everybody to see, and let the chips fall where they may. That's what I want to see. I doubt we'll see it, though. The Democrats can't stop gaslighting America. Let's see what they're doing now in regards to Elon Musk.
Which country is he loyalty to? South Africa? Canada? Or the United States?
I don't want to rely upon the benevolence of an Elon Musk who grew up in apartheid South Africa.
So, like, South Africa is now, like, so totally evil? Like, what is going on?
Go back to South Africa. He's not a citizen. He came here illegally.
Whose American citizenship is his third choice of citizenship.
A pro-apartheid South Africa billionaire.
He was pro-apartheid, as I understand it. This foreign agent, an enemy of the United States. Now I'm getting some flack because I said that Musk was pro-apartheid.
Because you're talking out of your ass. You don't know that. And so now everyone's saying it's okay to say go back to Africa. is that what everyone on the left is saying now? Because I thought that was like such a horrible thing to say to anybody.
I don't really know for sure if he was.
President Trump just signed another EO stating that every government department will now have a Doge representative.
We are having great success in slimming down our government. It's been really very successful, and some took payouts and buyouts, and others took other things, and some people we're finding out don't even exist. We're finding that we have a lot of people that don't exist, that people thought that did.
When it comes to strategy for the Democrats, there is only one play in the playbook, and that's saying that Donald Trump is a dictator.
You're not going to like what I'm saying next. We are in the middle of a totalitarian fascist coup in this country.
If we were being honest, there should be a breaking news banner on CNN and MSNBC all day long. Yes. We are in dictatorship right now.
Yes, please do that. Please have that 24/7. I would love to see it.
The things that I'm speaking out about now, about the threat to our democracy, the prices at the grocery store are going up because democracy is being taken away.
Right. And in the last 4 years, when did you once mention prices about anything? You didn't. That tells me right there, you're a total liar and you're gaslighting everybody. King Randall ran a social experiment to see how Harris voters and Trump voters would respond to a certain kind of messaging he put out. I'm pretty sure you can guess how that went.
I made 2 separate videos before the election. One of the videos said I was going to vote for Kamala Harris. The other video said I was going to vote for Donald Trump. And I just wanted to see the mixed reactions from people and how people would react, because I do a lot of work for my hometown, do a lot of work for my community. I work with young boys. And I never said who I was voting for. But I made those 2 videos because I wanted to show people how they are in reality. I made the Donald Trump video and I made the Kamala Harris video. Under the Kamala Harris video, you definitely had some Trump supporters like, well, we understand that you may have a different opinion or whatever, but we still support what you do. Maybe you'll wake up one day, et cetera, et cetera. Things like that. It wasn't nothing vile, wasn't no bad comments or nothing. I made the Donald Trump video. I got people that unfollowed me. I got people saying they can't support nothing I do no more. I got folk calling me all types of names, et cetera, et cetera. But what's crazy is all of the Kamala Harris supporters have become what they accuse Trump supporters of being. When you say you support Donald Trump, y'all be ready to kill him. Y'all ready to burn him at the stake. You calling them all types of names, you unfollowing them, you don't care what they're doing for their community, nothing. If you support Trump, F you, I hate you so much, et cetera, et cetera. But all the people under the post, all the Trump supporters, when I said I was gonna vote for Kamala, it was all love anyway. They was like, well, we still support what you're doing. We still gonna donate. We still love the work even though you don't have to support Donald Trump, et cetera, et cetera. So I've only received hate from the people that call themselves the tolerant side, the side that's supposed to be about love, the side that's supposed to that's not about hate. But it's crazy because anytime somebody doesn't agree with you, all you spew is hate. All you give is hate. So it's funny how everybody who call themselves Democrats, you have turned into what you accuse the Republicans of being.
Yep. Shocking. That's not news to me. Of course that's the result he's going to get. Okay, it says Democrats are such vile and evil people. Yes, the far left definitely fits that definition. Apparently, this young lady feels that asking for some accountability in the workforce is like living in North Korea.
Today I responded to the email that we received as federal employees asking us to report 5 things that we accomplished last week. I'm not worried about my 5 things. I have plenty of things to report. I did plenty of work last week. But the feeling of just like absolute existential dread that I felt typing out a response to that email is something that I wish I could convey to everyone, because it felt like such a glimpse into the reality that they are trying to create. And it was terrifying. It felt like, you will do what I say or else. This whole thing is an exercise for them to show us how much power they have and how little we have. It felt so scary and so heartbreaking. It felt much like I would imagine living in a place like what I always imagined North Korea to be like, where the energy is, yes, master, your wish is my command.
You have no idea. and please, seriously, that lady, has she ever had like a real job before? Because it doesn't sound like it. Because pretty much if your boss tells you to do something, you do it. Or you're not coming into work tomorrow, the next day. You know what I'm saying? All right, what an insult to us who survived the horror of communism. This entitled government employee compares her required email of 5 bullet points of her job to like living in North Korea. Yeah, she is just like many miseducated Americans who takes everything for granted. No, it's because we as Americans, we've lived for so long in complete peace, right? I mean, definitely there hasn't been any war on this continent in my lifetime, for sure, and for a very long time, probably since the Civil War, I would say. So, yeah, we don't know what it's like. My favorite work tactic when my boss asks me what I did last week is just to compare him to a North Korean dictator on TikTok and not email him back. For sure. Let's see. Yes, federal employees and 5 things you did last week. That's funny. It felt like you're going to do what I say or else. Yes, that's typically the way employee-employer relationships work. All the ones I've ever had. So if you could just go ahead and list 5 things you did at work last week, that'd be great. How dare you? Yeah. How moronic are these people? When accountability feels like tyranny, you know the bureaucracy is out of control. Imagine if the private sector operated with this level of entitlement, nothing would ever get done. I'm not here to throw shade on Zelensky, but I just have to ask the question, how did he go from what we're about to see to being president of Ukraine? Ай-яй-яй. How does this like go as entertainment in Ukraine? This is horrible. So he did a lot of dancing, I guess. So I guess this is like Dancing with Stars, but Ukraine edition. Again, how does he elevate to that of president?
Let's go! Nay got the Toyota Camry 2020 with the red interior. Miss Nay, how much did you put down?
$0 down.
How much was your monthly payment?
$5.99.
For how long?
$427.
Oh my God! Did anybody see that girl who bought a 2025 Toyota? $0 down. $0 down, y'all. $0 down.
You know, this cannot be like a real thing. This cannot be if this is real. I mean, this cannot be legal for a dealership to do this, especially considering how much money this lady would pay back if she went full term on her on her contract for that car. It is ridiculous, an absorbent amount of money that should be paying for this little Toyota.
$5.99 a month.
That's.
Stay with me. For 427 months. Not 427 weeks, not 427 days, 427 months. If I do my calculations right, that is 35 years.
Yeah.
That's like $250,000.
Yep.
I'm lost for words. Bitch, that is a house.
Yeah.
That's a house.
Totally.
That's 5 cars. Yep. That's 5 cars.
Well, probably
like, do you not know what an interest rate is? Do you not know what credit is?
Nope.
We are so doomed.
You know, I mean, if this is real, the only thing that young lady was thinking is like, oh my gosh, I don't have to pay anything down and I'm driving off the lot with a new car. That's all she was thinking. And if this is real, that salesman, who quite frankly should be ashamed of himself or herself, I mean, he was laughing all the way to the bank. Because could you imagine the paycheck on something like this? She got a 35-year mortgage on a car. Good thing cars increase in value the longer you have them. Yeah, exactly. $255,773. Good deal. Yay. This is Jasmine Crockett level dumbness. Oh boy, Jasmine Crockett.
Well, it's great that women occupy 65% of PR jobs. We still live in a world where only 14% of Alaska crab fishermen are women.
And 10% of roadkill removal specialists. Women are perfectly capable, and they have every right to be down there mining coal with the boys.
50% of coal miners should be women minimum.
It starts at home, whether it's mowing the lawn or building furniture.
We've both been doing our part. Dave, I support you in both of your careers.
90% of whale snot collectors are still men.
Or 94% of porta potty cleaners.
What message does this send to our daughters? Are you willing to step up, or are you too entrenched in gender norms?
Total equality in every way.
So we went from he's going to fix the economy, and he's going to bring down the price of groceries and the cost of living, and he's going to get rid of taxes on overtime income and tip income, to he's going to run up the deficit, he's going to buy $500 million in Cybertrucks, he's going to get rid of Medicare.
Okay, first of all, that whole $500 million in Cybertrucks, that was not Donald Trump. That was Mr. Joe Biden that did that little deal. So don't go blaming Trump on spending that money. That's all Biden, 100%. So know your facts, sir.
Medicaid, or Medicare was it? I don't want to misspeak. He's going to try to privatize or destroy Social Security. He's going to give more tax breaks to billionaires, and he's raising taxes on the low and middle income earners in this country.
Well, they're trying to keep the Trump tax cuts, so the Dems don't want that. If that expires, then yeah, everyone's taxes are going to go up. You are correct, as far as I understand.
And at no point will any Trump supporter ever admit that they were stupid, because they are stupid. they will somehow continue to move the goalpost. You voted for a moron because you're a moron.
Right. And you voted for Kamala Harris, which, due to your party, didn't even win a single vote to become the presidential nominee. She was just placed, kind of like a dictator. But anyways, I digress.
And rather than admit that you got played, you're going to keep on with this sunk cost fallacy because you're in a cult.
In a cult? Oh my gosh. You guys are the biggest liberal sheep, the liberal evolution, my friend. You guys are plugged into the hive mind, not us, not the right.
Well, I guess if there's any solace, it's that while the rest of our lives are being ruined, your lives are also going to be ruined.
Yeah, and of course the flip side of that is, as everyone's lives get better, so is your dumbass.
Because you are way closer to being homeless than you are to being a millionaire.
Well, that's like a vast majority of Americans, regardless of who the president is, you dork.
Listen, if we're selling citizenships, mine's wide open.
Okay.
I'll even give it to you for the low price. I'll go down to 500 grand.
Okay, but my question is, if you sell your citizenship, then what happens to you? Because then you're not I mean, I don't think you could do that anyways, illegally, but I don't know. What would happen to her if she did that? She's dumb.
If you want it. Just enough to get me the fuck out of here. It's up for grabs.
Where are you gonna go?
It's enough to get me the fuck out of here.
And where are you gonna go? For 500 grand? That's not gonna last you very long.
It's up for grabs. Let me know. 500 grand?
Okay.
This can all be yours.
Some people are born male, but just present themselves as female because that's who they feel they are.
What is a female? What is a female? I'm gonna make it easier because you might have some experience with this. What is a male?
I'm not going to talk anymore.
I'm not going to deviate from my talking points.
What is? You don't know what a male is? Not at the post office, like gender, like sex, male, female.
I have a question for the United States military, and I've asked my uncle, who has been in the military for a very long time, and he thinks that all this stuff that Trump posts is like a joke. Like, oh, he probably thinks that, but there's no way we'll ever have a king in America, blah, blah, blah. My question is, at what point does the military start protecting us against domestic terrorism? Because from where most of us are sitting, there are terrorists in the White House.
No.
And at what point is the military like, we're not doing that? That's a serious question.
Okay, so I apologize for the delay, but it's Casper here, and we're going to talk about the trigender gender identity.
All right.
The trigender gender identity is one where the prefix pretty much says it all. Tri meaning three. So basically, trigender people are those who have three gender identities.
Yeah, I already got that.
The most common combination would be male, female, and genderless. But that doesn't always have to be the only combination.
So, how can you be a male and a female and nothing? That doesn't make any doesn't make any sense, my man.
Well, all right. Thank you for watching. So next video, I'm going to discuss a more or less common known gender identity. And this one is called
Quad gender.
called Hydra.
Oh,
So,
okay. So we're just jumping over 4, right, just jumping right into the Hydra gender. Okay. Titillating.
Stay tuned.
A long time ago, my husband was like, hey, watch this show with me.
Yeah,
so I sat on the couch. I was like, sure, I'll watch it.
Yeah,
And it had Donald Trump on it.
And when I watched it, I was like, wow, this is a really good show.
And he was firing people and trying to find some leaders in business and all those things. And we watched it. I didn't know that he would end up making our entire reality a fucking reality TV show.
He's not.
Right?
So if trans women aren't women and I'm not a woman, then how come other women are so jealous of me and always try to compete with me?
What is there to be jealous of? Let's break it down. I see your videos online all the time and I try to ignore them. But today's your day, my guy. What is there to be jealous of? The botch BBL that you show so proudly, that looks like Mr. Magoo didn't. The fact that you chose those fucking hooters to, you know, like explode your fucking male skin. Is it the pencil thin eyebrows or the lip filler? Maybe it's the surgery that you had to make you look like a woman, but made you look more of a fucking man. Oh, no. I know what it is. It's the OnlyFans. It's the fact that you paid all this money to transition to pretend you're a woman, and your greatest accomplishment is showing your dick online. Stop the fucking nonsense. Just be fucking normal, okay? Just be fucking normal.
You can't.
You don't know normal because you're fucked in the head. But I digress. I'm gonna go back to being jealous of a man, a cis white male, as you guys like to call it. Mansplaining what a woman is. You're a fucking man. And I could tell by the bulge in your pants, but I digress. Deuces.
Joy Reid is being canceled from MSNBC. I
Already
wonder if
gone.
MSNBC is canceling the newly minted NAACP award that she just won. Actually, 2 of them. I'm sure it's on their website.
Wow.
You know.
And I'm sure she totally earned those. Just like Barack Obama won the Nobel Peace Prize without doing a single thing.
Because they're all about equality. This is bullshit.
Today's update is brought to you by the Maryland Democrats that are trying to put condoms into the vending machines of kindergartners.
Oh, cool.
Yes, that's correct. So obviously House Bill 380 is gaining attention. This bill would allow vending machines to sell condoms in kindergarten through 12th grade. Now you might say, oh, well, they said that they're really only looking to do it in the high schools. Like that's what they told us. They're really only going to do this in the high school. Well, okay. Brian Miller, who's a Republican, introduced an amendment, and the amendment would exclude elementary and middle schools from being able to sell the condoms. Well, they voted that down. All right. So
okay.
This begs the question, why are you thinking about a kindergartner being intimate? And do you need to be put on a watch list?
Or are you already on an Epstein list?
For Pam and Cash to take a little...
So,
yeah.
do any of you Trumper thumpers regret your vote yet?
Trumper thumper. Okay. Well, I mean, I know you're putting it as an insult, but that kind of actually sounds cool.
And if so, are you going to have the balls to admit it? You got had. You got conned. We tried to warn you.
Yeah, because
no one's coming to save us. It is
so
completely up to us to save ourselves, so prepare accordingly. But you know what? That's okay, because we're all that we need. Because when the people come together, there's no more powerful force. And the American people, they're not going to stand for a fucking dictator. And we have an obligation as citizens of this nation to resist a king.
What do you think it says about our country that he won the popular vote?
I think that we have not recovered from COVID. And they forgot how bad he was, and they believe that when he was talking about he wasn't talking about any of them, and it's going to hurt.
So you think because he campaigned on a ton of issues, and it seems like he's keeping his promises. One of his biggest issues he campaigned on was illegal immigration, because we've seen just so much crime from illegal immigrants coming over.
Who?
And Where?
Who?
What?
Who did that?
You.
Seriously? You actually believe that?
Do you think that it's false about these crimes?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think they're lying about?
Everything. And that was one of them.
You don't think that people are getting deported for raping and murdering people in this country?
No.
Do you think that the police are lying about that? Do you think Laken Riley wasn't really murdered?
Okay, think about it.
Do you think Laken Riley was murdered?
Yes, she was.
By who?
By an undocumented immigrant.
An illegal alien. So that is something that's happening.
Undocumented immigrant.
We can call them whatever they are, but they're not supposed to be here.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah, sure.
How is it that you know her name?
Because it was reported on.
So how is it that...
How do you know her name?
Because I keep hearing about it all the time.
What do you know about it?
I just told you what I knew about it.
You know that an illegal alien came in and murdered her, and an illegal alien who was detained.
So what planet did the alien come from?
Oh, you're so stupid. I'm sorry, but you are so stupid. It's the official language in the statute. It calls anybody that comes into this country an alien, okay? You're retarded.
Where did he come from? From Mexico? I don't know.
So Mexico's where aliens are now?
Some. Oh, if they cross into our country, then yeah, they are aliens.
Asking the question again.
Does it matter what we call? What do you call Laken Riley?
I call her someone who was a victim.
Who was a victim, yeah, and you're more concerned about how you wanted to. I'm talking to you. You're more concerned about what we call her murderer than how we remember her and talk about the crimes committed against her. That is really sad.
It is really sad, and of course, when she can't keep up with the facts, she's out. she knows she can't talk to this young lady.
No. You're more concerned about how politically correct we are about her murderer.
And that's why the Democrats, one of the big reasons why they failed in the last election, and they will keep on failing in the foreseeable future. So they're doing it to themselves.
I got a message for Elon and your Musk. If we ever get back in power, we coming after you, bro. If we ever get back in power, yeah, that's your ass, boy.
So you don't want a multi-billion-dollar industry to keep thriving in America? You would just decimate the electric car industry and all the great work he's doing for SpaceX and all that stuff. Yeah, just wash that down the toilet because you think he's he's doing some shady stuff with our information. Give me a break.
It's been about 2 weeks since my vaginoplasty surgery, and so today I wanted to talk about the subject of dilation. If this is something that's going to make you uncomfortable, I suggest that you scroll on at this point. Since my post-op appointment last week on Wednesday, where I had the tampon removed, I've had to dilate 3 times a day to ensure that I maintain full depth of the newly created cavity. I have been given a variety of dilators, but have been instructed only to use the one for the time being.
I don't know who needs to hear it today, but if you sympathize with Nazis and you hang out with fucking Nazis, you're a fucking Nazi.
Oh my gosh. And if you just are attached to the hive mind, then you're an effing moron.
Why? It's a means of it being able to escape from life, get away from the sort of day-to-day busyness that you sort of live in, and just have a chance to chill and relax and have fun with the sort of simple things of life, like a chewy toy or hair scritches and that kind of thing. So a chance to unwind, chill, and clear the mind, really.
But why not yoga? Why not meditation?
Because I'm mentally ill.
I don't quite know, to be honest.
DOGE, the so-called Department of Government Efficiency, isn't about reducing the size of government. They're eliminating all the checks and balances.
Right.
DOGE stands for Dangerous Oligarchs Are Grabbing Everything. Wake up.
Oh, wow. So
I cannot be the only one who couldn't watch Kamala's concession speech for I think probably weeks. And I was just scrolling through, like, is anyone else completely incapable of listening to her speak right now without, like, totally losing their shit? Because I was on my For You page, and BET, which I'm not sure why I wasn't already following them, had a video posted from her talking about the NAACP. I just... we would be in such a different place right now.
Yeah, far darker place.
Not necessarily less unrest from the sides, because I know MAGA would be very angry and fighting and, you know, their typical miserable selves, but they won and they're still miserable and they're still angry and they're still fighting, and now we're all losing everything.
You got serious projection, dear. Yeah. And?
Mostly just curious if anyone else cannot, like, I can't listen without crying. I'm not capable. Okay, who is going to put together a book of all of her speeches just so we can have the words, like a book of poetry, but like...
But of salad? That book would be like 3,000 pages long. It would only be from 2 years of her word salads.
A book of Kamala's speeches. We need to do that. I'm still
Nobody would read that.
Obviously.
It's time for Dave's Detox.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Cute. Aww. Man. I think that cat just wants to eat that parrot. Oh man. Hello. Aw, what a cute little puppy. Aw.
There he is.
What did you think they were doing there? Aw.
Hi, baby. Hi, puppy.
That would be scary.
Hi, Fluffy. You scared the good bejesus out of me. Get down.
What in the world?
Oh, it's so cute.
It's just a mouse. Oh man.
What are you doing?
He's given a helping head.
Eat some more.
Aw, how precious is that? Eat some more.
Oh my gosh.
Poor dogs.
I'm so sorry.
I thought they weren't sleeping. I know the feeling. Oh, that's so cute! That was a pretty good detox. I hope you enjoyed it, and I also hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please subscribe, like, share, slap that bell around, boom, boom, and tell your friends about Idle Hands. And until the next episode, stay safe, know that you are loved and appreciated, and until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.